Hello, I'm Miranda, and welcome back to my reaction channel. As you can see, I'm enjoying the spooky season of the year. We actually have a set for this reaction today, and hopefully a few more as well. I've got my my accessories. I've got my Star Trek accoutrement. I've got my my lovely shirt that is designed to trigger 3 different fan bases in the community because I don't know. I just can't help myself. I've got my friends surrounding me to enjoy our movie tonight. And because I've been enjoying Star Trek so much, I even carved my pumpkin to be the lovely Spock. I tried to get a blue light going on in there. I don't know why I couldn't do better than aqua, but bear with me. That was the closest I could get to blue, science department, Spock. I was trying to make it work. So today we are going to be watching the movie Lifeforce from 1985. I have no idea what this movie is, so I'll be learning that. It's a science fiction. That's basically all I know. And yeah, Tobe Hooper is the director who did Poltergeist. So there we go. Let's jump in and see what happens. Canon group. 2 ends. Peter Firth. Is he related to Colin Firth? Patrick Stewart! Okay. Karen Hooper, costume designer. Okay. So it looks like we're over like an asteroid. We're looking at an asteroid. Based on the novel The Space Vampires. Oh, Dan O'Bannon, okay.
August 9th, 2:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. The HMS Churchill, outward bound.
We still use Greenwich Mean Time.
Their mission, to intercept and study the comet bearing Dr. Edmund Halley's name.
Sir, this is Owen. What? I'm getting a very small radar cross-section just ahead of the nucleus in the coma of the comet. Radar states 150 miles.
150 miles what?
Length.
All right, already this sounds just so British. Like everyone's just being very polite and calm.
What's 150 miles long? It's a radar trace. Something right ahead in the coma of the comet.
EGR's optimal. Track 3 on 3.
Roger.
Oh, that's like a scan.
I've got a vertical reading of 2 miles at least.
Try and raise base. Tell them we have an artificial object out here. Tell them it's located in the head of the comet. Keep sending that until they acknowledge.
Sorry, Commander. Everything's being swamped by the coma winds. We can't get anything back to base.
Comet winds, okay. Okay, so they can't get a message back home. They're just gonna have to make the call.
What are you gonna do?
Are you a Kirk?
Going in.
You're going in! That's what Kirk would do.
That thing won't be back for another 76 years. And we'll both be dead. We have to take a look now.
That's a fair premise.
Shut down Nerva. Shutting down.
Oh, are they gonna lose gravity?
Delta is +1 in 2 seconds.
Wow. Alright, that one's a little rough around the model, but it's a cool concept. Wow, this almost looks animated right here. It's gotta be a crazy thing to come across. Is that supposed to look like a coffin?
Execute an EVA maneuver.
looks great. This is a movie from the 80s, right?
Where do you suppose this thing came from? Was it exploring the comet, do you think?
The surface looks badly pitted.
Well, it could have been. Could have been exploring the comet and got caught in it. There's like growth on it.
It's a derelict, whatever it is. Stand by, Churchill. We're going in.
They're going in.
Looks like some sort of giant artery. Organic.
I almost have the feeling I've been here before.
Oh, that's something to remember.
This is incredible.
Man, we are just rifling through like scenes.
I hope you can appreciate the scale of this on the video.
Roger, we're getting it.
Well, here they are.
It looks like we found the occupants of the ship. They look like bats. Giant bats.
Churchill, there must be hundreds of them.
Thousands.
Little bats operating the controls. Yeah. Those are crazy cool looking. I feel like you're way too close though.
It's completely desiccated.
Petrified.
All the fluid's been lost to space over the years.
We're deploying the specimen bag.
Well, net. Don't use like a plastic bag or something. Oh, okay. We're using a net.
Got to get out of here, sir.
Oh, no.
That's where we're going.
Excuse me. A scientist like, what? Oh, okay, now he is wrapped in plastic. The bat thing.
Commander, this is Churchill. We're losing our signal. We've lost VTR.
VTR, visual transmission, probably. Wow, that is... Oh. I got some people in there.
3 bodies. Perfectly preserved.
Commander, come in. This is Churchill. Do you copy?
Wake up, Commander.
They seem to be in some sort of suspended animation or sleep.
Oh wow, the perspective, it keeps changing. It's wild. Good sense of vertigo.
I've been in space for 6 months, and she looks perfect to me.
Dear Bridge, what's wrong?
What's wrong? How many do you want to take back?
I say we take back all 3.
Well, let's see if we can break them free.
So I wonder what the effect they're having is, if it's, you know, more the loneliness of being in space for 6 months, or if there's like some sort of chemical radiation, some sort of effect happening. "30 days later." Okay, just as time passed. Uh-oh.
They're slightly off. They should have adjusted coming in, but they haven't.
To Columbia.
liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Oh, so they're sending another shuttle to intercept.
Are we cleared to initiate docking procedure?
Go ahead, Columbia. You are looking good.
Like the scene's just upside down because it's space. Okay, so that's a United States vessel. NASA having to come in and clean up England's mess. Oh man, what are they gonna find? So I wonder if this is a mystery now. So you're gonna have to like uncover what happened after this discovery.
Columbia, the ship's completely gutted.
Oh my God. Houston, we have a problem. There's been a fire.
That's unnerving.
I'll take a look in the tug bay. You two try the top deck.
Whoa.
Columbia,
Oh my God.
they're all dead.
Nothing down here, Columbia. I'm going on into the tug bay.
Charred corpses to greet you.
I'll get the tapes.
Ah, man. Something terrible happened. Are those even going to be salvageable, the tapes? Okay, and the people never even came out of stasis.
Sumner,
Good use of tubing.
I think there's something you ought to see in the tug bay.
All right. Back to England.
How did you open the girl's case?
We didn't, Minister.
Did you x-ray the crystal cases?
We're not certain they're crystal.
The casings are not metallic. If that makes any sense.
And the bodies from the cases?
We're going to do our first dissection now. Provided, of course, that Dr. Falada agrees they're dead.
Oh, yeah, I guess they might not be.
I don't know that I'm qualified to pass judgment on alien death.
You would agree that they're less alive than we are.
The pound closed mixed against the dollar.
Oh, I really like his little glass frog desk decoration.
From the city. Now back to the newsroom.
I'm gonna dissect the lady first. It's very thoughtful. They keep taking into account like contamination and like keeping everything separated.
Across the heavens, occupying 1/6 of the entire visible horizon. Our viewers may be interested to know that comets were once considered to be harbingers of evil, and that one of the earliest words for comet was disaster, which in Latin means evil star.
This kid seems very young. What is that glow? What's gonna happen? So much suspense. Ah! Good Lord, she's she's going to win against all these people, I think. You gonna say anything, man? I don't think they're dead. Uh-oh. Oh man, this is gonna be fun to edit. So many doors. Ah! Well, we now know she is a predator.
Use my body.
Bukowski.
It's like, this probably isn't great. Well, it took the first guy like 5 minutes to get down there, so I don't think he's gonna make it in time.
Where's the girl?
She's gone.
Oh, he's not dead.
I saw her.
What else can she do, though? And what about the other specimens? Are they have they been released? I mean, maybe no one cares about them because they're guys, but excellent use of shadow play.
49 to control. You'll never believe what I'm looking at.
Pardon me, but I thought you said she was naked.
That's right, that's what I said. Surely you can find her.
Oh man. I feel like all these boys are gonna die.
Don't believe it.
All right, miss, just stay where you are. Control? Control. We have located the girl in the main lobby.
Well, I wonder if people would confuse her for like sleepwalking. You know, not assuming there's an alien. Oh.
Wait, stop!
Does she have like force choke abilities? It's because the police and security in England aren't armed. That wouldn't have happened in America. Where is she even going? Oh my god. It's quite an exit.
You okay? Yeah. What are you doing? All right? Okay.
Just staring at her like, oh, I guess she's getting away.
Please clear the area.
May I ask which of you is Dr. Bukowski?
I am.
I'm Colonel Kane.
From the SAS?
SAS? That is so creepy looking.
Not too close.
And this was murder, you say? Tell me again how the girl overpowered you. And the man, the guard, was dead when you came into the room. You found him as he is now. And the girl, she came from the ship, Churchill.
Also, the Churchill's escape pod is missing.
Oh.
What's that mean? Did someone escape?
We don't know. Unfortunately, the condition of the bodies make an accurate count impossible.
The ship's oxygen system ignited.
was a terribly hot fire.
Yet you say the 3 cases containing the bodies were untouched.
A resilient material, okay. I mean, it was out in space, so.
They're not precisely physical objects. More like a sort of force field.
I noticed from your door, Dr. Flada, that your area is biochemistry.
Now, what does he know?
But I understand your real interest is...
Death, Colonel Kane. Correct. Well, I'm fascinated by death itself. What happens as we die, when we die, what happens after we die.
You mean life after death?
Yes.
Is there?
What?
Life after death.
Do you really want to know?
Inconclusive.
No.
If I'm correct, the life force is conserved always and in all things, even after death.
And you think that applies to what's happened here tonight?
Yes.
A vampire?
It could be described that way, yes.
Space vampire.
That girl was no girl. She's totally alien to this planet and our life form. And totally dangerous.
I would say so. Which does mean those other 2 bodies are potentially very dangerous. I feel like they are going to end up in a more secure location, probably.
Jesus. You believe those blokes are alive?
I'm not paid to believe nothing, am I?
Don't look bloody dead to me.
Oh my goodness. If they're armed, what happened to the other ones? Oh my. They're a little more threatening looking. They are soaking up bullets, oh my god. And grenades! Oh my goodness. Okay, well, now we know we can't. These life forms are resilient to all that. Clearly, the space vampires ignited the oxygen on the ship then.
I would like to examine the guard.
Have they started the autopsy on the guard yet?
I believe so, sir.
This is an autopsy on the body of a young man, dead approximately 2 hours.
Ah! Oh my god, that's really uncomfortable to watch. It's like, kill me. Wow. Uh-oh, are we gonna have another autopsy? Do you wanna... So does that restore all the life back to this guy? Oh my gosh. He's like, how about you go to sleep?
God. Put him in an isolation cell, quickly!
mean, what power does he have? Is he a vampire now?
I had no idea it could be passed on.
Sir, you have a call.
Kane. They've just found a body in Hyde Park. A naked girl. They say she's in an indescribable condition.
Inspector, what about the two boys?
Oh, my.
Yes, they were in the park earlier, sir.
So the girl killed her and took her clothes, probably.
What a mess.
Was she alone?
No, that's why we noticed it. She was with a dark-haired girl. Didn't have a lot of clothes on either. We thought they might be... Yes. Well, did you see where they went, where the dark-haired girl went?
No. No, we didn't. We angled on back to see if maybe we could, you know, see him doing something. That's when we found her.
How long ago was that?
Half an hour ago.
Yeah, this lad phoned us and then we called you, sir.
Yes.
I feel like I'm watching BBC right now. With a much bigger budget.
You think we could have this body sent back to the center with the others?
Yes, I suppose that's a good idea.
My God, the creature effects in here are incredible.
Now she has clothes.
Quotable. Now she has clothes.
You're just in time. It's exactly 2 hours.
This is the guard who was originally overcome by the space girl.
Oh no, he's having a bad go. Ah, that's so good. All right, so is that establishing the rule that the space vampires need to feed every 2 hours?
The victims need regular infusions of energy, otherwise...
Otherwise what?
That, obviously. Well, don't get too close. That happened the first time. Oh. And that is the same way the bats were.
And down here, we have the pathologist who was attacked by the guard.
He too needs feeding.
That's cool. Oh. I'd be worried about breathing that in too. Like, ugh.
The same thing is going to happen to that girl we found in the park.
All right, so...
In about 1 hour.
Yep. Oof. Good Lord, these effects are blowing my mind. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, temperature's rising. Oh, combustion. Okay. I didn't expect that. They all 3 died very different ways.
You say these creatures were brought back from the Churchill?
Yes, but not this one.
But where did the Churchill acquire them?
We have no way of determining that at present.
Perhaps that's all changing. It seems the Goldstone tracking disc has just picked up something they think is Churchill's escape pod.
Where?
Texas.
Okay, yeah, there's the capsule. They found it.
Colonel Carlson, sir.
Tom! Colonel Carlson, allow me to introduce Colonel Kane of the Special Air Services. How do you do? You already know Dr. Fallada? Colonel. Take a seat, won't you? I'm sorry to drag you over here like this, Tom. I'm sure you'd rather be recuperating with a pretty nurse.
But yeah,
Tom,
seriously, what do
we've
you
got to
remember?
know what happened on the Churchill.
Yes, of course. Colonel, take it from the beginning. Assume we know nothing, which is understating the matter.
I'm so polite.
After we discovered the bodies, transferred them to the Churchill.
We haven't told the 3 humanoid creatures.
You gotten through to Earth yet, Rawlings?
No, sir. And the tail of the comet's heating up.
What's the matter, Devers?
I don't know, Tom. I feel drained.
Interesting.
On the trip back to Earth, the crew began to die, one by one.
But how?
Rawlings, the radio officer, was the first to go. Rawlings denied any knowledge of what he had done.
I don't remember. Just don't remember.
We found Rawlings' body the next day.
Exactly how did he die, Colonel?
The life just drained out of him.
And he looked like a mummy. Feel like that's an important detail.
One by one, the rest of the crew began to die. The girl.
Yes? The girl?
I can't remember.
They were all like tied up in bags earlier.
There's a view out of the observation window. Coming into Earth's orbit. I couldn't expose the world to what we'd brought back with us.
Responsible, yes. This set is fantastic. Okay, so the aliens did not ignite the oxygen, the captain did. What is that?
I was determined to destroy them all.
So they would kill a shipmate and then just go back to their little force field box.
She killed all my friends and I still didn't want to leave. Leaving her was the hardest thing I ever did.
Okay, so he kept feeling drawn to by her.
We should allow him to get some sleep. Continue with this later.
Very well.
Just reported an unusual structure leaving Halley's Comet. It's headed for us.
What is it?
An unusual structure.
Its present course projects out into a perfect Earth orbit in a little more than 2 days.
So is the alien structure coming back to retrieve? I guess so. That would make sense. To retrieve the aliens.
You're giving me your life.
You're taking it.
You're taking her life? Very wild noises in the background here. So he mentioned at the beginning that it was a familiar feeling. So I wonder if there's something about him.
girl. She visited me.
Visited you? Visited you how?
She has some kind of mental contact over me.
Tell us about the dream, Carlson.
Well,
I can't remember.
Carlson, have you ever been hypnotized?
No.
You'll feel very tired, very sleepy.
that's an interesting technique. The light.
Speak to me in my dreams. As if my mind is not entirely my own.
Mm.
Where is she now, Carlson?
Place. I don't know the name of it. She has a different face, but it's her. She's looking for a man.
What man?
Any man.
Okay.
She's watching a man.
What is the man doing? Can you see the license number of his car?
Yes. They're driving. She's pulling her skirt.
Oh, wow.
Putting his hand.
This guy.
On her leg.
He's gonna crash. Told ya.
FMC 129E, or possibly R, belonging to a white Volvo. The driver of the car picked up a girl named Ellen. I have to know who the girl is and where we can find her. If the girl is no longer in her original body, where is her body?
Also a good question.
What about that ship up there? What's it doing?
We can't know that.
Here it comes. Coming in 240,000 miles.
Ooh. There's a root system. And little claws.
I say, Hugh, do you have that skin tissue sample I asked for? Oh, good. Oh, thank you.
Dr. Falada?
Uh-oh. Is that one of the bodies from earlier?
What about the girl?
The girl he picked up was a nurse named Ellen. But he dropped her off at Thurston Hospital after spending the afternoon with her.
Isn't that an asylum of some sort?
Yes, for the criminally insane.
Oh. Okay. Dang, they had a helicopter for this movie?
How do you do, Home Secretary? I'm Dr. Armstrong, director of the hospital.
Patrick Stewart.
Was a cold night.
Bitterly cold. This is the nurse's house.
Was Patrick Stewart born with that hairline?
Shouldn't I come up and introduce you?
I'd rather you didn't.
Come along, Doctor.
Yes? What do you want?
May we come in and talk to you? We have seen Dr. Armstrong.
I mean, she's potentially very dangerous. Are you sure that just the two of you are fine?
I want to ask you about the man you spent the afternoon with, Ned Price.
Where's your hand?
Beg your pardon.
You're in there, aren't you?
I don't know.
Tell me.
No!
Oh, shoot. Not putting up with that.
It's gone from her. It's in another body now.
How do you know that? I can see it in her mind. Despite appearances, this woman is a masochist. An extreme masochist. She wants me to force the name out of her.
Oh my God.
She wants me to hurt her. Do you want to stay? Otherwise, wait outside!
Not at all. I am a natural voyeur.
What the heck am I watching?
Were you in there?
Oh my goodness.
Well, we've got a physical description.
Okay. It's become quite a detective story now.
If I described one of the inmates to you, could you identify him?
Possibly.
Big man, fat, gray hair, birthmark on his face.
Where did you get his description?
Where is he now?
Oh.
He's in solitary confinement. He's been naughty.
Is it going to possess Patrick Stewart at some
If the
point?
police are involved, haven't I a right to know? I mean, if you're going to start messing about with my patient.
Mom, England.
However, I can tell you that it is a matter of national security.
Interrogate him.
What's that?
Oh, okay.
Pentothal and morphine.
He knows how to hypnotize. Do we need the doctor for that?
Well, he seems quiet.
We're ready when you are.
Just a needle full of morphine just hanging out there. I feel like that's Chekhov's needle.
May I have that?
Oh, I'll wake him up.
What are you doing?
Stay where you are.
I can't explain now.
Oh, yes. What? Oh my God, everyone's so confused.
I want to question him before it wears off. Where can we take him?
Up the ramp, sir.
Ooh, these ambient sounds are very unnerving.
We need to be alone for a minute, Lamson.
The orderly's like, what the heck is happening?
How the devil did you know it was him?
In the nurse's quarters, he touched me on the shoulder.
The Colonel appears to be able to see into the minds of people who have been possessed by the girl creature, sir.
Let's get him on the table.
So he's been possessed, but is he currently possessed?
What's to prevent her from moving to someone else?
She's trapped.
Are you sure?
No.
Honest?
Lamson.
Sir?
Can you bring me another dose of the hypnotic drug?
I suppose so, sir.
So if he gets her out of his mind, where does that put her? Does that put her back into her holding body, wherever that is? Like, that's gone missing?
Armstrong, if you can hear me, just say yes.
So many, like, shocking moments.
Pentothal. I brought the pentothal.
Thanks, Lamson, that'll be all.
Thank you.
There's no need for that. No need.
Get into his mind? Her mind?
And with this drug, it's like a wall.
Have you given him too much?
You might have given him too much.
I'll keep you in this state for weeks if I have to. Now you talk to me.
Carlson, be with me.
What do you want from me?
I love you. I took my shape from your mind. I took your language. I became the woman I found there in your deepest thoughts. I am the feminine in your mind, Carlson. Touch me, Carlson.
Let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
He's cracking.
Go.
He had an on-screen kiss with Patrick Stewart. Okay, so she has no body, really. If it was just formed from his mind. Goodness, like a Stephen King ending. This poor orderly.
It's already spreading. How? You didn't stop it. It's too late.
That's impossible. We've been only half a step behind her all the way. If we didn't find all the victims, if there are others besides the girl in the park,
Thing would spread.
Yes? But if they... I mean, the people she mind controls don't inherently gain the ability to, like, spread vampirism, do they?
Lieutenant, can we use the radio to get through to the SRC in London?
Just a moment, sir. There's something coming through. It is the SRC, sir, for you and Carlson.
As if on cue.
The 2 males didn't die. They jumped to the bodies of the 2 soldiers. But I killed one of them.
One of which?
One of the 2 male vampires.
How did you kill him, Philada? How?
The old way, Carlson. A leaded metal shaft penetrating not through the heart, but through the energy center 2 inches below the heart. Not steel, but leaded iron.
Is that 2 inches below the heart?
That the vampires of legend came from creatures such as these.
It's more than a belief, Philada. It's true. They visited Earth before.
So does Carlson... Is he a, or the Colonel, is he like a reincarnation of old vampire hunter? Oh my god. That's crazy. What is it forming? Oh, that is such creepy imagery. Oh, she's back. Oh, fly the helicopter, fly the helicopter. Oh no. Oh, she looks so cool. She looks like Alexia Ashford from Code Veronica.
We've lost her. She's gone.
Under what?
Where?
Her body's in London.
You've got to tell me what happened. What really happened on the Churchill?
It wasn't Rawlings who destroyed the radio equipment. It was me.
Why?
I didn't want the Churchill to be able to reach Earth. She was calling me. Her power was...
But why was she calling to him specifically?
She wanted me, Kane. She took some of my energy.
Oh.
And she gave me some of her energy.
Like vampires do when they're making new vampires. I know that rule.
They must have been living off of each other when we found them. She killed all of my men. one by one. But I survived. She wanted me to survive. She chose me. Why?
Carlson, she's not human. She's not a woman. She'll destroy you. She's destroyed worlds.
There's something you might want to hear, sir.
That's what every woman wants to hear.
It's obvious that tonight, London is on the brink of the worst devastation since the Blitz. Thousands of people are now rampaging through the streets here in a frenzied last effort to avoid the plague.
Oh, goodness. Okay, yep. Pandemonium.
Effort to avoid the plague. Martial law has been enforced now for 3 hours, but at the moment it hasn't stemmed what is obviously...
So they have to obtain that weapon from the doctor's office, right?
The city is now under martial law. We've been placed under NATO command.
NATO?
Yes, sir.
Land at the SRC, Lieutenant. We've got to talk to Falada.
Have been ordered to land at Blackheath, sir. The city's now under air quarantine. If we don't do as they say, they'll shoot us out of the air.
Come away from the aircraft! You're under quarantine!
There.
Don't come any closer! Stop there!
I want to talk to your commanding officer. Colonel, what exactly do you know about what's happening over there?
All we know for certain, Colonel, is that a terrible plague of some sort.
Colonel, we know what the plague is. We are not infected.
We have totally isolated London in order to stop further contagion. Sterilization by thermonuclear device has been approved.
Oh my god.
Have you heard anything about the ship?
The ship?
The thing from Halley's Comet.
It parked itself in a geostationary orbit, directly over London.
Not a minor detail. It's like charging up.
All those little blue lights going up toward the clouds. They're human souls.
Our lives. Yep.
The process of conversion releases a life energy, and then it can be collected. A male vampire is collecting life energy.
Oh my gosh.
But he has to send it through her to get it up to the collector.
Is there any sign of activity in your sector? Over. No, sir.
Interesting.
Carlson believes he can locate the source. There are only 2 carriers. If we can destroy them, it may not be necessary to destroy London.
But we only have an hour and a half.
Well, I mean, it's worth trying. Destroy London completely?
Right, who's this car?
Pat, that's the Colonel, sir.
Give me the keys.
What?
You heard me, give me the bloody keys. I'm commandeering the car.
Give it to him.
And your sidearm?
And that too.
You realize once you're inside there, we can't allow you out?
Nope. Wait a minute.
Okay, in SAS, I'm crossing the river.
You don't want to go in there, sir?
I know I don't.
Fair enough. Man, I really thought he'd end up being like a bad guy. But it's... Oh my god. Zombie apocalypse movie now. But he's actually been like buddy cop.
Carlson. Carlson. Carlson.
Interesting contact she has. Like, I thought her eyes had more of a reddish look. But how is he going to fight her when he sees her? What does he even have to fight her with? I guess it's really not that hard to locate where she is. Get in there, man. Ugh. So will they be able to reverse all these souls being collected? That's like a huge, enormous body count. Well, this is a separate place. Oh. So Carlson's already been here.
Valada?
Kane.
I'm glad to see you alive. So you really dead? This time?
The only way they can be killed.
So the weapon's still... Well, the weapon's still there. And Valada's probably the other monster.
How did you survive?
I discovered there is life after death.
Where is she, Valada?
Don't you know? She's in the cathedral. She's been there since she escaped. The crypt of kings and queens.
Stay where you are. Stay where you are.
Ooh.
Here I go.
That's so creepy. And there goes his soul. And he combusted and caught fire. All right, well, you now have a delivery mission, Mr. Kane. How tidy of them. Clean up after themselves. Uh-oh. Now, I don't know how Kane is not seeing the big siphon of souls.
I knew you would come, Carlson.
I'm here. Now can this madness end?
God, she really has an ethereal look to her.
It was always intended. You should find us and bring us to Earth. Come. Be with me.
No car, huh? Zombies driving, joyriding. Good night. Uh-oh. Ow. Okay. So is that the male that's just going around like sucking up all the souls as it like hovers over people? You're there! You made it! Get in, deliver your quest item! Oh, alright.
It'll be much less terrifying if you just come to me.
I'll do just that.
So like, alright. You got it, Kane. I'm rooting for you. Oh. Wow. Uh-oh, he took your quest item. The sword gun? Oh, it is still there. Oh, he exploded. Okay, good. Okay, I thought he vanished. But he just, you know, exploded, as you do, as a vampire. A space vampire. Meanwhile. He did not resist.
Why do I feel so close to you? Need you?
Because you're one of us. You always have been. You're like me. Be with me.
He's like, can you come back later? Stab both of them. Now they're red souls. Doesn't look like it's going the other way. Oh. The cathedral broke. Where are all them souls going? Oh my god. That's it? London's burning, like 1 million people are dead. It's just like, well, that's it. It's dark. Okay. Wow, that movie was wild. I had never heard of Lifeforce until, you know, that came up to actually watch. I don't know why I have never heard of this movie. It was pretty big budget for the time. It was more than the budget for Aliens, at apparently 25 million, I looked up afterward, which makes sense given all the completely fantastic, bananas, unreal, uncanny, very unnerving special effects that are in this movie. So I mean, it's obviously like a big highlight for me are the special effects. Like, what a wonderful job they did with the bat creatures and the zombies, the cadaver when the first victim dies and he wakes up and gets up and he's like puppeting his arms around. It's so wild to watch. So like, I just could gush on and on about the special effects. The movie itself, and I guess it's based on a novel called The Space Vampires, and I've not read that. So I don't know how closely this follows that book or how much sense it's necessarily supposed to make, but it does feel like an epic journey to watch this movie because you go through, like, you really travel genres. It starts off with what feels like really heavy, high concept science fiction. They're in the space shuttles. They're going through protocols that at least sound very practical and realistic. They're exploring this alien vessel, and then it starts to get a little wild because now they see humanoid creatures after the weird bat things. And they seem to be handling stuff pretty responsibly. They're like, okay, we're gonna take this stuff back. And then, you know, obviously all heck breaks loose and it becomes kind of like this body snatchers into zombies, into like detective, not quite buddy cop, but you know, the colonel and the commander are both like working together. And I thought Kane, by the way, was going to be a jerk and be like a bad guy in the movie, but he was stand-up the whole time. So justice for Kane, he was great. He was a totally stand-up guy, which I loved. But yeah, and then you end up into this more like mythological, old school vampire lore, where you had to kill the vampires with like, I think it was an iron weapon. So you really feel like you have a whole journey, and it's kind of hard to describe the movie because of that. You're like, well, okay, this happens. They come across this girl, and he becomes obsessed with her, but it's because he's kind of been part of her. And he mentions at the beginning, and I was like, I probably should remember that, like, oh, I have this familiar feeling, like I've been here before. And so it's a callback to what sounds like would be more mythologically like a reincarnation of some sort. There's touching on like the idea of life after death and having a soul and that transference. And then in a twist to me, because maybe I've just watched like more modern movies, given the death toll of the third act, I was just expecting all of that stuff to get resolved, like those souls to go back and people to come back to life, because there had to have been millions of people killed in London that night over those several hours. But nope, like they just are stuck in that ship and then they go on. And given that they're souls, maybe they become vampire things. I don't know what the lore is for that. Incidentally, worth pointing out, this might have been one of the earliest movies to have the sky beam ending, as Star Wars has made so popular. So yeah, sky beam. Yeah, it was wild. The girl, Matilda May, she's very, obviously very beautiful actress. She reminds me so much of obviously a younger version of Hayley Atwell. Just like her eyes, and there's certain like features of her face that kept making me think of her, and she did a really good job. She has a kind of an uncanny look to her, a very ethereal look to her, so it sells it. You know, I would buy that she's an alien. It's the only way it can make sense. Otherwise, it's just not fair. So yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting movie. I would say I'd suggest it to a specific type of audience, right? Like if you're really into sci-fi and you kind of, or if you love creature effects, but you kind of want something a bit avant-garde, a bit odd, this is the movie for you. For a lot of people, I could see it being just too weird for them though. So those are my takes. If anybody read the book, let me know. Is it worth reading? I'm open to that. I love me some good sci-fi. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you so much for joining me on this, and we'll see you next time.